So this piece I wrote last year, around May. I wrote it for a gig I did with Vinson. I did an alto battle gig with him, and I just needed some new tunes to write, so I wrote a couple of contrafacts for that. So at the time, I was really getting into just like counterpoint and I was listening to some of Bach's two-part inventions, and yeah, I was really inspired by that, like by having kind of two melody lines, like the two independent melody lines going on at once. So kind of the goal of writing this was to write two separate melodies that on their own sound like its own thing. So, so like I could play one melody on its own and it would sound like a proper tune, and then I could play the second melody on its own and it would sound like a proper tune. As well as if I were to play both of them at the same time, it would also sound like a tune. To be honest, I'm not sure how much I achieved that. Like, it's obviously it's not an easy thing to do, but that was kind of the goal of writing it. So there's parts where it's in unison, and there's parts where it kind of harmonizes, and there's parts where there's kind of two completely separate things going on. Yeah, I guess there's a couple of kind of loose themes. Like there's kind of the kind of chromatic idea of kind of having like the 1, 3 and flat 3 like in a line. That's kind of something that kind of shows up. Yeah, so that kind of comes up. Not necessarily always like 1 flat 3 3, but that kind of interval structure. Yeah, so it's contract on Donna Lee of Indiana. I mean, to be honest, there wasn't really anything specific that I tried to copy. It was more the vibe of it. But I guess kind of looking at the way the two lines kind of line up harmonically, and kind of how he writes the melodies so that the kind of nice intervals kind of line up with each other, and the ways, the kind of intervals and rhythms and stuff that Bach might use to get the lines to kind of line up. It's kind of something I tried to do a bit. Yeah, it's definitely like I'm definitely a big fan of that sound. I don't think there's necessarily anything directly from that influenced, but I guess kind of the sound, and also like the way that Lee and Warren might play the melody, like kind of that's kind of influenced. That's got a bit of an influence on this. Yeah, we definitely haven't talked about the phrasing of it at all, but we have played this tune a couple of times before. So it's just kind of I don't know. I find when I'm playing my tunes, I don't really like to tell people what to do too much. Like I kind of really like that kind of loose feel of everyone kind of doing stuff slightly differently. So I don't want it to sound too together.
actually. Yeah, it's something I think about a lot, because we have so many textures available to us as drummers, and four limbs to play them with. So yeah, and this original music is great because you get your chance to sort of, yeah, surpass those like expected roles about what you, each limb has to play a certain thing. So yeah, you can kind of do away with that in this music. James Waples as well, Pug, he's helped me a lot with that, and like getting the most out of this instrument. But yeah, it's something that I think I sort of adjust it to the shape of the piece. So like Tessie was talking about the shape of the piece before we played it, and sort of where it builds, and so yeah, that's how I can sort of mold into that, I guess. And yeah, try and lift the band, or bring the band back with my choices. It's a hard one because I guess just trying to listen to everyone as much as possible and focus on that rather than myself. I've found that's the best way to be able to respond to the material, I guess.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.